and I'm in no mood for your job. Do you hear me?
Man, I'm not playing. Get out of here or I'm kicking your ethereal ass.
Ethereal? I don't even know what that means.
Welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You.
Woo!
Every week I tune in to Gear Chat.
You. Cut that off, John G. We know what time it is. It's Gear Chat University. Ooh wee. Ooh, I said, ooh wee. Ooh, John G. It is I, says me. Come into the light, John G. Come into the light. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. I am your Capitan, John G. Yeah, man. How everybody doing? How's everybody doing? If by chance is your first time chiming in, you like, who is this dude? That dude, am John G. This here is John G TV 1. And you're now listening to and rocking with the Gear Chat University class session. And we're gonna get into it. I ain't gonna hold you. Shouts out to the Devin Wade show. I ain't gonna hold you. October 1st, man. Let's hop right into it. What I want to talk about out the gates is Behringer news. We ain't gonna end with Behringer. We gonna start with Behringer. Now, y'all already heard, but I just want to go ahead and make a note of it because I know I haven't talked about it. But the Behringer 2600, the one that Korg just made and sold out like that, and they want money for it too. Woo. Anyway, Behringer is in production. They're actually in production of it. I didn't see a date, but I'm suspecting this is probably going to be a mid 21 release, late 21. I doubt it comes out this year. But yeah, Behringer 2600. I'm kind of excited. After I saw that they did the tribute, I believe Mark Dottie was involved with video where they talked about the 2600 and the history of it, and watching that, if you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch that. Great video, great history lesson actually, and by the end of it, there's no doubt you're gonna want it. I forewarn you now. By the end of it, it's no doubt you're gonna want it. Sound effects and just the sonics is crazy. It's got like the low end is beautiful. But yeah, Behringer made one that's smaller. Clearly, it's gonna be cheaper. We already know that. So I haven't really heard it. I don't think I've heard it, or I haven't heard it recently. But I'm just excited because if it's anything, if it's just close to it, I believe it's gonna be a hot one. The other joint is this idea they got with making their pedals into Eurorack. It's a no-brainer. I think that's gonna go well too. Yeah. Cause you really merging lanes now. Because guitar, remember I had my series a while back. You know, John G TVA just ain't what it used to be. I know. Remember that series I had? Pedals ain't for guitar. Whatever. For those that know that. No. But yeah, this is kind of like that case. Like, now they're gonna merge lanes. Now you're getting non-guitar people in the pedal world. So by making the pedals Eurorack, yeah, so it's a no-brainer. I think it's gonna be awesome and it's gonna do well. Only thing I can see is, if it's faulty or if there are units are not working properly, that aside, the ideal alone is lightning in a bottle. I think it's gonna be a home run. So shouts out to them. All right, enough of Behringer. On from Behringer. Now we're gonna get into the Boss RC 500. Boss RC 500. You see what I'm doing right here? Yeah, it's a head scratcher. And not in a good way. Let's just get straight to it. Because I ain't gonna hold you. 350 is what they're asking. Very small. 2-track. I don't understand the price point. For an additional 150, I can have a RC 505, which is bigger. It's bigger. But I don't get it. I mean, why I would rather get the RC. What is it called? The 202, I think it is, the one with the 2-track and the 2 buttons. I'd rather have that. My point is, this thing is not performance friendly. It's a lot of menu diving, and when I watch Loop Op demoing the unit, I'm just going, I don't, okay, it does a few things, but listen, Roland, boss, Roland, this is Roland. Don't act like, okay, all right. So the pricing is wrong here. Now, I'm not like, it does some things, but the pricing is wrong. It's just, it doesn't make sense at $350, and for what it does. I'm not even certain who this will be even for. Maybe the guitar person that just wants to, trying to practice and whatnot. But when I'm thinking of the looper, I'm thinking of the guy beatboxing or, catching loops and whatnot. You can do it, of course you can, but your experience, the UI, in comparison to what it would be like on a 505 for an additional 150, it's not even worth the skin off my knuckles, Junior. I ain't finna mess around with this. It's a waste of my time. I might as well just, if you save up, keep collecting cans, get your money up, and then go get the 505 or get the 202. The 202, I believe, is $399. I believe. I didn't check, so I'm not certain on that, but it might be just $50 more. You can have that, and they're both 2-track. And at least that one has, to me, a little bit more performance. But still, I say the 505 is the one you want. So yeah, I don't get that. But whatever. Dave Smith, the inventor of the high-end synths. Jesus. Woo! Is there any other 5-voice synth and a 10-voice? These are some very odd numbers. I've never seen 5 and 10 voice poly. So is this can't be a first, but this is definitely not normal. It's usually 4, 6, 8, 16, 12. 5 and 10 is okay. I just never is different. But again, this is okay. You want 3,500 for the 5 voice and 4,300 for the 10 voice. Now, okay. I guess I want to know who is the Dave Smith market, because when I'm looking on YouTube, it's not, like far and few between. There's not too many YouTubers or people that I see with it, and like in the backdrop, you see Prophets or whatnot, or Dave Smith joints. You see Moog, you see Arturia, or Moog, Arturia. What's the other one? But whatever. I just don't see a lot of Dave Smith. But my question is, who is the Dave Smith market? Is it really the guy that's writing music, like like a working professional, like the same way a Nord, like not for nothing, but not just anybody's buying a Nord keyboard. Chances are you somebody that's on stage working. Like, you're just not buying that just to have sitting around. Unless you just got money or not knowing what you're getting. But for the most part, I would think that majority of the Nord consumers are actively using that mud. It ain't just no fly-by-night thing. So again, I ask, who are the I don't see them. I don't know them. So where are you guys? But when I look at it though, it's definitely, it doesn't draw you in. It has that slash. I don't know what they call that, but the buttons, it has a very, the Prophet, the slash, and just, it just doesn't, when I look at it, I know sonically I'll be drawn in. I know that. And I know that I'm just saying that off of the reputation and me knowing that I have never heard anything trash from Dave Smith. So I have no reason to believe that it wouldn't be, anything short of vainglorious. Although I will say that I do believe some of his synths are, you have to work to get to the sonics. It doesn't just happen off the top. So I will say that. But yeah. So moving on, we're going to end it off right here. I have another question for you. Is the all black Electron boxes, is it too black? Have you seen them? And then why not use neon writing? Like, when you have a black background, it is the perfect canvas for a bright lettering. So why not go, like, it's almost like they use like a gray or off-white. Either make it bright white or a neon, pick a neon color, something that's going to stand out, like, oh, for certain, I see what that is. So maybe it's the picture, I don't know, maybe in person it'll be a different experience, but my thought is, whenever I'm going to have a black background, I want something to pop. I want it to be, very noticeable. Not even an inkling of what is that. Like, no, you see what that is. So yeah, when I saw it, but it does look good though. But I'm kind of thinking that I kind of wish they'd have just went with the darker gray, maybe like the Octatrack. For whatever reason, I don't know why the Octatrack got its color and everything else had that had that light gray color. But yeah, I just question if it's too dark. Same thing with the Moogs. Again, I'd rather have the color Moogs. They're way more drawing. It draws me in way more to see that color than the all black. The all black, even though I saw the all black grandmother. And when I first saw it, I was, who's that? Oh yeah, that's the all black joint. I mean, at first I was like, oh snap, another new. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, we ain't ended off there. I lied. Yeah. So yeah, I just think they should have just used the neon colors or something real bright white or something to really pop. On the picture, it looks as though it's like an off-white or a gray, but I hope in person the experience is vainglorious. All right, so back to Roland. Another head scratcher, man. I don't know what's going on here, people, but okay, let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold you. The new Tr6S. Okay, so it's the same box as the MC101. I believe it's cheaper than the 101. And I'm gonna just cut it straight to it. Just get the MC101. Jeez, I don't really know what this. Okay, so it says rhythm performer, and that is misleading. The Tr8S is a rhythm performer. In my opinion, just my opinion, the Tr6S should be called a rhythm programmer. It does not have the funk in comparison to the 8S. It's so much of a difference that like you need to really change the name of this, because now you're stretching by calling this little guy a performer. You're really stretching. You're using, the marketing team is using this word. This is a stretch because the performance on here is like, oh, I really don't got no buttons. And like, so you can, yeah, technically you can do some performing. But again, I'm saying the UI is just in comparison. One is like if you were to put one person on one, and then sonically you're gonna hear something way different from the other guy that can really get down with it. So yeah, I don't understand why even do it, but I guess it's an accompanying like a accompanying piece to the MC101. That's the thought process, because I do believe the 6S with the MC707 would be like that. Them two together. That is, now talk about dope pairing. Wow, that is a dope pairing to have those two. So I'm guessing that's the thought process with the 6S. Like I said, they're just the same box. Just threw in the UI with the step sequencer and everything. It's going off of the what's it called? The analog modeling, whatever it's called, the AVB or AVP circuit. Yeah. But now the Tr6 is even more of a head scratcher. These sounds are in the 6S. They're both are modeling. Neither one of them, I believe neither one of them are all analog. So the Tr06 is essentially the same sounds in the Tr6S and 8S. But I guess the Tr06 just has its UI that throwback to the old one, which looks ugly and terrible. I don't even know why. I just don't understand. I don't know why. I have no idea why they did it. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, I guess they was bored. It's in the bouquet line, or the boutique line rather. So it's in the boutique format. Again, I don't understand. I don't get it. But this is Roland. This is Roland for classic Roland. They do things that are great. I believe the MC707. That is it. Along with maybe, I'm not into their Jupiters and whatnot. I've heard good things about them, but and I mean, Roland has always had dope sounds since the supernatural sounds off the Phantom. So the Roland sounds has always been like great sounds. Like that Roland sounds were like machine sounds, software sounds, how that sonics are. That's how Roland was in the analog world for, Yeah, I'm talking about in the physical analog world with those Phantoms back in the day. Them Phantom sounds were awesome. Even with I never had the MV, but every time I heard the MV, them sounds on there, man. Case in point, the SP 404, the sounds on there. I'm talking about the stock sounds on there. So Roland always have had some pretty dope sonics. But I don't get it. I guess nostalgia, whoever was in the market for the 606 or the remake of it, there you go. Shouts out to you. So that's it. John G TV. We're gonna go on and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this edited, posted, so y'all can enjoy it. And we ain't gonna touch that right now. I'm out of here, man. Go home. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Check. You. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Check. You.
And to all, a good night.
I'm out of here. John G.
What's up, John J?
Man, Pills, what the hell you want, man?
Hey, come on, man, just go with me. I'm trying to go to church. They give away free drugs.
Man, go on with that. Go on, Pills. Go on.
All right, man.
Peace.
Your law.
Yeah, you see John G.